Hey guys, it's Kelly and it is Saturday morning. So yesterday's video didn't happen because I thought I was going to be leaving today to go back to my dad's before my trip on Tuesday, and now I'm leaving tomorrow. So yesterday I was kind of like frantically trying to pack for not only a long weekend but also a week vacation across the country. So now that I have a little bit more time, yesterday I just relaxed a little bit because I had been frantic. So I actually have a fair amount to show you, but it is still going to be really quick. I have a couple of things coming in the mail, but they aren't here yet. Which means unless they come today, I'm not going to get to see them until after Thanksgiving, because they'll be in my friend's possession because she's going to get my mail for me. So I need some water so bad. So anyways, this week, and honestly, I can't remember. You'll correct me below if I'm wrong, but I can't remember if I finished this and showed it last week or not. Normally, whenever I finish something, after I record a video and I show it, I take it into my sewing room so that way I don't forget that I've already showed it. So I didn't do that with this. So I feel like I possibly have not shown this yet. But he is finished. This is Jingle All the Way by With Thy Needle and Thread. I love these so much. I changed almost every single color in this, and I don't remember all the colors that I did, but he was so quick to stitch. I wasn't supposed to start on him yet, but I love him. So he is now finished, and I just got to think of a way I want to finish him. And then I finished this one, and this is, okay, so he is on 18 count Midas by Picture This Plus, but it's a leftover scrap of Midas, and I re-dyed it with coffee tea dye and then baked it. So this is not the color that Midas typically is, so just keep that in mind. And then this is 18 count Picture This Plus Coastal, which if you've never seen Coastal, it is like a bright, obnoxious blue, but like obnoxious in a good way, just really bright, almost neon light blue, and I coffee and tea dyed this. So this is Little House Needleworks, The Angel Sang, and so I did a couple of changes. First of all, none of the called for colors. I used roasted marshmallow for her dress. I added some navy into the swirls. It's supposed to be more of like a white on white kind of look, and then her wings are supposed to be more of like a cream color, and I wanted to make them gold Kreinik. And then the hair and the words are supposed to be the same color brown, and I made them two different colors just because I wanted to. So this one is now Finite, which is really exciting. Okay. So things that I'm in the middle of this week, we have the Ionomy piece for my friend's gift. So I finished filling in Ion. I'm going to outline the Y. I need to finish outlining the Y. And then I just have to fill in the colors. So not too bad. I think it's looking really good. Their company, I think I've said this before, but their company is very like space centric to a degree. All of their graphics and stuff are very space related, and so I dyed this fabric for a commission, and she ended up not liking it. Or I don't think it was that she didn't like it. I don't know what it was. She chickened out, basically, because she was afraid that she wasn't going to like it or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, so I was going to do something like spacey on it, like Doctor Who or something like that, and then I got the idea to make this for my friend, and so I thought this would be perfect. I'm doing it in the DMC glow thread, which is E940. This stuff is stupid to work with. I do not like working with it. It's very flimsy, and like it's very flimsy. And like even the individual strands are very fray. Like, I don't know if maybe like beeswax or thread heaven or something like that would make it easier. I don't know. But I'm getting it done, which is all that matters. But like, this is what it looks like. I mean, it's really soft. I will say that is a really soft thread. But it would have to be like, to make a thread glow, that's a lot of chemical. So, you know, it breaks down part of the cotton fiber, but, it does glow, which is what I wanted it to do. So I'm getting through it. But you can see like some of the stitches are better than others just because of how it like lays. It actually looks like they're all pretty good, but I don't know. I can see more imperfections possibly. This new camera picks up a lot, but see, like it'll sometimes like puff a little bit. It's not that noticeable, and it's not like he's gonna know. But I do. Okay, so there's that. And then the other one, I've still not finished this. It's my birthday stitch. I still just have the waves up at the top. So I'm just the one color. Need to finish these waves out. I think I counted it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 little swirly bits left. And you can do 2 swirly bits on one strand of this gassed thread because they're pre-cut. So you can get the leaves and the 2 swirls on one, like 2 strands. Because I'm doing it 2 strands of floss. So I still really love this. And I think this color, which is Tin Bucket, by the way, by Gast, it's this really nice, like, dark charcoal gray with, like, some brown in it. This is going to be what I do Blackbird in, and it's going to be one of the colors in Eleanor Rigby. I'm trying to keep, like, some of the colors consistent because I do want to make a wall-hanging mini quilt out of all of these. And then, because I'm a crazy person, I have a new start. I am taking this with me on my trip. So I did a lot of thinking, and I was just being realistic. Because, you know, we get ahead of ourselves, and we take all the things, and we take stuff that is impossible to really, like, manage or work on or get or finish or whatever. On trips, or some of us do. I know I do. And so taking Large London on a trip, my intentions were really good, like get some small motifs done, like blah, 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 whatever. That's all good in theory, but in reality, it's not going to be that realistic. And sorry, that was bothering me. It's not going to be that realistic. I'm not going to have that much time to be stitching. I mean, in the evenings, I'll be able to stitch. So I don't want to take stuff with too many colors, or I should rephrase. I don't want to take stuff that are big. I want to take smaller things Because if I do get some really good like stitch time in, you know, like if it ends up snowing one day or something and we can't go anywhere and we just like watch movies or whatever, I'll get some really good stitching in or something like that. And like on the plane, I don't want to take things with like too many colors and all that kind of stuff, because, you know, I don't want to like drop a bobbin or like, I don't know. That would be much. So I'm taking one piece that's a little bit bigger, and by a little bit, it's gonna end up being, what did I figure out? 4 by 14. And it's also on sparkly fabric. So if I get to work on this at all, it'll be a miracle, because it is slightly hard to see. Because I don't do well with sparkly fabric, just period in general, and it's also dark. But for today is also embroidery bee, and I'm not going to stay the whole time because I have stuff to do, but I am going to go for a little bit, and I'm probably going to take Blackbird or the Ionomy. I'm going to take one with like a single color just to like work on it for a little bit with my friends and hang out for a little bit. And then I have this next whip, and I don't know how well it's not too bad. The color of the fabric is showing up a little bit darker, I feel, in camera, but at least you can see it. So it says City of David, and then started the flower above it. Now, this is my working copy because I don't want to ruin the originals of things. So I have my highlightable copy. But this is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's the Nativity. So I've done the center line, City of David, and I've started the line above it, the little flowers, where the shepherd is. So I started this last night. Why? I don't know. I just wanted to. And it's called for it to be like on a lighter fabric, but I don't know. He was born in the middle of the night, right? So, I don't know. I wanted it to be different. You know, as most things. It's got a really, like, not my style of color palette, but I understand the point of the colors. They're very, like, earthy tones, lots of browns, and cream colors, and like flesh tone colors. Very, very neutral palette with a couple really big pops of color. So this one's a little dark, but I think it'll be okay. I really like it. I feel like you can see it a little bit better in person than on camera, maybe. But I'm gonna take this with me on my trip. This is gonna kind of be like my bigger piece or whatever if I want to work on it. For the plane ride, I'm gonna take the Wild Violet tarot cards. I'm just going to stitch those in 310, and I'm stitching them on the leftover scraps from my Michael Powell. So the Barbarelle Creations Rainbow Crystal Linen, and I believe it was a 32 count. So they're going to be kind of small, and I'm okay with that. I'm also taking my snowman. So the equivalent to this guy. I'm going to take Candy Cane Wishes is the name of that pattern by With Thy Needle and Thread. I'm taking him, and I also, for giggles, if you hop on over to my Instagram feed, you will see that I also kitted up, just because I keep them in the same bag, I also kitted up Here a Peep, There a Peep, because I just had to. The colors are just so bright and vibrant, and I'm doing it on a darker fabric, and I took a picture of the colors that I picked. Some of them are the called for, but some of those I don't have, so I substituted stuff out for things that I had. And her dress is going to be a Fabrics by LJ color, and holy crap, these colors on the fabric that I picked, it's a 16 count Haunted by Pictureless Plus that I coffee tea dyed, so it's really super like dark, and it turned it green. Haunted is normally like a purpley blue dark gray kind of color, and the coffee tea turned it green. It looks so freaking cool, and these bright spring colors really pop. on it. It's like nutmeggy is one of them that I chose, avocado, this Fabrics by LJ1, like some really pretty colors are going to be on this. And so it's going to be so beautiful. I cannot wait. So since they live in the same Ziploc bag, I went ahead and kitted that up. So all of those are going to go with me. I might take the Ionomy and the Blackbird just because there's not a whole lot left of them and they are one color. So keeping track of them is not going to be hard. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. And what I'm going to take, just thinking like realistically and stuff like that. So I've already filmed my whip parade for y'all, but I need to refilm it. I don't really like it. I don't know why. I want to make it a little bit shorter if I can, just because that's a thing that I enjoy. I don't mind having long videos every once in a while, but y'all know that I really like having the shorter videos, and some people really like having like a shorter video to watch. So yeah, still creating the stuff for my videos coming out soon. I'm thinking I will probably overhaul most of it like starting in January, just because with all the holidays and everything, I don't know, I don't want to concentrate on it too much, but I am concentrating on it. So anyways, those are my 2 finishes, my 3 active, like super active whips. So yeah, my goal for while I'm gone is going to be to finish some of these that are almost finished, and maybe start a few things and also get them finished. But next week, just remember, next week you are going to see a whip parade rather than an update of where I am with these whips that you just saw, or anything new that I may start. So it'll be 2 weeks before you get an update. So I'm hoping there will be some really decent finishes. Maybe not FFOs, because I do want to send some stuff over to Heather. She's going to flat fold for me, which is so nice. And then there's a few that I want to make into like pillows, so I need to just sit down and do that. What else? There was something else that I just wanted to touch on. Oh yeah, in one of my December videos, you know, this year was supposed to be the 2018 year of whips, where you work on whips that you want to get finished and list like 18 whips that you would love to see finished this year. So I'm not gonna lie, I did make that list, and if I were to go look at it right now, I think I've maybe finished 1 or 2 on the list, but I have like 3 or 4 checked off because I got rid of them. And so most of the list is still currently a whip, but as of right now for this year, I have finished 17 things. And some of them are older whips. They aren't all things that I started this year or last year, but a good chunk of them are. So I think I'm on the right track of decluttering out some of my stuff, because I'm finishing, if like one of my goals was to work on most of my whips this year. Actually, my goal is to work on at least all of them. But the ones that I did work on, I either got a fair amount of progress on them, I just kept on going until I finished them, or I decided I didn't want it anymore. So I feel like this year, for Year of Whips, even though I didn't get many of my whips finished, I made some good decisions about my whips. So I'll talk more about that in that list in December, but I did want to touch on that, and I am excited. I have 17 finishes for this year so far. So my goal, it would be nice to at least finish like 20 things this year. So if I finish Yellow Sub, Ionomy, And then like the snowman, at least that's 20. But I might get to finish more than that. So, you know, here's to hoping. So anyways, that is it for this week. Still some exciting stuff coming, but with this trip, I just don't have time right now to really like overly edit things and do what I really want to do with videos. So I'm waiting on clothes to finish so I can start packing. So that's where I'm at. I hope they all have a great 2 weeks. There will be a video next Friday, but like I said, I'm recording it today, but it is a whip parade. Y'all been wanting that. So a couple of these you're gonna see again, but you're gonna see all the rest of my whips. And actually I've taken one out of my whips, and maybe we'll talk about that later. I don't know. Anyways, it's fine. So I will see y'all in 2 weeks. Bye guys.